10 at their own 32-yard line.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Yellow.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. They keep it with Barkley on the first down. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Yellow.
At the 48-yard line.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He's coming. Double up, double up. Hey, 15, 15, 15.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good thing happening.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Push him back. Push him back.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, Washington.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's taken down inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 20-yard line.
A 9-yard gain on the play.
They'll try to run for it with Elliott. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty. empty here. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop.
On down.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Check safety, check safety.
On second down, here's Barkley. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6.
Yellow, yellow. That's a lot. 56. It's our field. It's our field.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
43, 15.
Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. It's caught. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
15, hey, 57. First hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Patrick Mahomes taking it in as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And on the last drive, They were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field. And he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. 11 yards there, first down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But really good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cameron Jordan in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. They're going to try and throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Oh, it's real easy to celebrate the throw there, but this was all about the protection because he had all day to sit back, survey the situation, and then really step into that one. He wouldn't have been able to do it without the help of his offensive line, though.
On first down, Elliott. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Sweat brought him down. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9. The Packers 20.
On second down, it's Elliott. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers 14. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
3rd down.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Now that's something of a pick-me-up, but the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. He'll get this out to Barkley. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Steps away to his left. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. A big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Nothing wrong with being explosive. Nothing wrong with being electric. Nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week off to a really, really hot start.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. But if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, and it's third down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him 2 yards on the play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Now Hundley. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From midfield, here's Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. A first down carry for Barkley. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They fake the give. Now Mahomes buying time to his left. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. 3rd down here.
Mecole Hardman, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On play action, it's Mahomes. Touchdown, Packers. Rob Gronkowski in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Blankenship out for the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
That's the score. Packers 14, Washington 3.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
Short. One of the up mid will take it now. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
From the 6. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Hey, watch the sled. Watch the sled. Let's go.
Throwing Hundley. This one caught by Ridley. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's good for 28 yards.
Washington first down.
They'll run with Elliott. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Again, it's Elliott.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
7-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
On third down, it's Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. Going quickly out to the right side. The ball comes out, and this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery, but on fourth down, a change of possession anyway. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Breaks free again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
25-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
From the 25 on second down. Hundley going to throw deep for the end zone. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
23-yard line.
Here we go.
2 yards on the
60
play.
Bison, 60
First down, Washington.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready. Viking 18. Trap 60. Go.
Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Throwing on second and long. Hundley looking downfield for Godwin. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 11th touchdown of the year. And Washington has made this a one-score game.
After allowing that last score, the defense knows they've got to tighten things up. Otherwise, they'll let them right back into the game.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
11 more on that one and another 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's what really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Mahomes firing complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
10 more yards.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. A gain of 5. Good enough for the 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down now. Barkley, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only do they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
43!
56 the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. It's our time. It's our time.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Yellow.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Yellow.
Mike's 51.
Mahomes to throw once more. Rolling to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pass complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6. At the 24-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Elliott a first down and more. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. He's still fighting forward. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up.
They go to Elliott again.
Ezekiel Elliott, the ball carrier.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Ezekiel Elliott with another touchdown, number 24 on the year.
And Washington has taken the lead.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes this Washington 18. Packers 14.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
James Bradbury there to make the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Easy.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my.
They ain't ready for us.
Touchdown, Packers. DeAndre Hopkins, 82 yards. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front.
One thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. They'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that's a group that's well aware of what's going on the scoreboard right now. Excellent work by them to push them back. That defense, they want to make sure the worst they come out of this with is a field goal and a tie game.
They'll try again with Elliott. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Trying the power game with Ham. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. C.J. Ham, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington has once again taken the lead. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes this Washington 25. Packers 21.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
You got to go right here. You got to first hit.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. DeAndre Hopkins. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Packers 28, Washington.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It'll go as a pickup of 14 on a Washington first down. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Elliott. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Sanders on for the field goal, a 35-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there.
And that's caught inside the 35. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
That's good for a Green Bay Packer. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, 57 colors. Hard time.
They go play fake. Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And this carries into the end zone. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
A gain of 2 yards on the play.
Now Hundley.
4th down.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see, and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Washington, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Packers, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.